Have you ever wondered if selling your music online is even a viable option? With streaming taking over, can anybody even sell their music anymore? And if they do, how do you make it work for you? Well, today we're going to break that down, what your options are, and how you can even make some good money on this and grow your fan base at the same time. Let's have a think on that. Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode. So happy you're here. So thankful you joined us. I hope we have some good stuff for you today. I know it's useful for a lot of people, so I hope it helps you too. Just before we jump into this real quick, I want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching, who's been listening, who's been giving us likes, who's been joining the community. If you haven't yet, please give us a subscribe. Just join the community. We love having your insight, your thoughts, your knowledge to join us, to learn from you and to help you learn things too. So really enjoy that. Join us today. Let's get right into today's episode. Today we're just going to talk about how selling music online used to be something that was a big deal and kind of died off for a while and didn't seem like it was even a viable option anymore, and how that's not exactly the truth and what you can do about it and how we can make that work for you. So broke this down into 3 easy segments. Let's get right into it. Segment 1. First part of this, we're going to talk about what the reality of selling music online is and what I call addressing the elephant in the room. Really straightforward. The hard part about this is if you just think you're going to make a recording, if you're going to put an album out and just money's going to start flowing in, that's a huge mistake. Those days have been gone for 10, 15 years. They are long gone. That is the very long past. It's gone. So, and the elephant in the room is that with streaming services today, everybody signed up for either a Spotify or an Apple Music or whatever it is. They see whatever you create, but you put it out in the universe as free. Creating music is something that should be free to them, to everybody. And it's just how we think now. It's how we treat music. And if you're not going to be honest with yourself about that, you're going to make this a very tough battle going forward. But that doesn't mean that selling stuff online isn't a viable option. People still want to invest in you in different ways, but you have to take the steps beforehand to make that system work for you and to start paying off. So let's get into that. Part 2 and part 3. The first part here, segment 2, we're calling it, is where you sell your music, where to take your music and to get money off it. And step 3, we're going to give you some strategies for how to sell these things online and get your music making you some money. So let's go right into part 2 here, where to sell your music. First and foremost, you should have a band website set up that's really doing a great job of promoting you, your music, having an EPK on there. We have all those things. If you have, go through our links if you need some more breakdowns on how to get that stuff set up and what you need. But a great part of having that website is having a place right there to funnel people that like your music. They're already there. You know that they're interested, and they can go support you by buying your music from your website directly. It's just a great way that you can support a local or an artist that you really, really believe in and give them money directly with nothing in between you and them. Here's your music. I like it. I want it. Here, you need to be rewarded for the work you've done. And there's a lot of people that will do that. The bigger you grow, the bigger you get, more people will go directly to the website and pay you for that kind of thing. It's a great place to start. Another great place is digital music stores. So that's like when you upload all your stuff, if you're using like a distribution company or whatever you're using, we always recommend DistroKid. It makes everything so easy. And with those, you just, like CD Baby or whatever, TuneCore, there's always a place just to check, put my songs on Amazon, put my songs on whatever. They just a list of all the places that sell music like that. They'll automatically put that up there for you. And that's just an additional way of people see it online. It's not as lucrative, but it is something, and it's nice. And it's just done automatically. Just make sure that when you go through and start setting up your distribution stuff, that you're checking those and making them available to people if they really want to pay you that way. Third way I want to talk about, of course, is just Bandcamp itself. Bandcamp has been around for many, many years, and it is really a super way to build hype around an album or music or release coming out and get a direct one-on-one connection with a fan, with a person, and get them to invest in you, like 99 cents per track or $5 for the whole album, $10 for the whole album. whatever it is, but you're getting that direct connection to where they're coming to you, they're clicking on whatever you have, and it gives them a chance to direct support lead. So it's a great combination. If you do your website and the Bandcamp, you can do both, and just keep, make sure you're keeping all the prices the same, or whatever their options are, make them the same so they're not separate. But works great, and I've seen it work great for me. In fact, I can say today I went and spent $25 on somebody's Bandcamp because I wanted a vinyl album of their release coming out, and it really does work. I mean, if you want to support an artist, it's a great way to do it. The last place we're going to talk about selling your music is really kind of a moot point, but it is a real one. When you're doing this work, of course, making sure that when you're doing your distribution, it's on all streaming platforms. Of course, that is a form of selling your music, and even though we know it's pennies, micro pennies on the dollar for every time that somebody listens to music, that's still somebody paying to listen to hear your music. You're getting a share of that, and it still counts. So, just make sure that when you count that into selling your music, that goes there. And then, those are all great options. And of course, if you're doing this is all how to sell them online on top of what you should be doing on your live performances, with your merch table. People love to buy your music live, but this is what you could do in addition to that to help supplement your music, your career, and really get control of your future as a musician, as an artist, and be able to supplement what you do and to reinvest into what you're doing. That's always a huge part too. Let's go into part 3 here. We've talked about, the realities of what this is. We've also talked about where you're going to be selling your music online, where the modern places are that you really can generate some income from. Third part, we're going to talk about just how to sell it online successfully. So I broke this down into quick 5 tips, basically, quick 5 things that you need to think about if you want to make this work for you. And the first part is to create a strategy first and map out your releases so that you can build up all of those things. You can build up people getting excited about it. When to do the hype, when to start doing teasing things. And of course, I'll link a video right here that also includes a free PDF that you can map out your entire release strategy so you don't miss a single beat. It's super simple and you can just have everything ready to go. But having all those things ready to go helps you utilize getting the right amount of buzz around what's going on, and to make sure that people know where they can go to pick up those downloads, or to make sure they can give you some money for the work that you've done because they want to support you. Step number 2, if you want to call it that, is just to engage your fans. As we're talking about creating that map, creating the strategy, you need to make sure that you're getting engaged with fans any way you can. If it's out in shows, spending a little extra time talking to them. If they respond to anything, they reply to any comment, no matter how big or how little it is. If it's encouraging, make sure you take the time to respond and say thank you, or I really appreciate this, or here's when the release is coming out. We really appreciate your support, or here's a link to where our Bandcamp is, or our website. You can get it for X number of dollars, or whatever helps, kind of thing. All those kind of things are fantastic ways to make sure you're getting money off this. Another way to do this is to leverage crowdfunding and pre-orders. Step 3 here. And this one we see a lot, and it does work very well. And it puts off some people, but some people just love this. When you start up with a crowdfunding site, whatever it is, GoFundMe, pick one. It doesn't matter. There's a ton of them now. And you say, I need to get so much money to make this happen, or here you break down what I need to make this album happen. And then you kind of reach towards that goal. You're getting the word out there. You're thanking people. It really counts as a pre-save because they're giving you money to help you get there, and then they're getting something in return. All of those things work really great. They're fantastic. If that's the way that you get to interact with your audience and that's what you like, I've seen this work over and over again. It's a great way to get money for your actual stream, like your music, by sending it to them the day it's ready, because they've already supported you. They've already made things happen. They're already one of your backers. They're already pre-made to be a fan. So it works out perfectly in that matter. I cannot recommend that highly enough. Number 4, and this can be used on all of the sites that we've talked about, all the ways to do it, that's to bundle and offer deals. This is the best way to just get a little bit more out of it. Make the fan feel like they're getting something special in return, and to make sure that you're really drawing them in and getting the most out of your sales as you can. Make sure if they're going to buy something, give them a vinyl album and a poster, or some kind of special deal. If they pre-save, you'll give them a discount, or if they're coming to a show, That'd be great. Or you could even throw in a ticket, buy the album today, get a ticket to a show that's near you. All of those kind of things. Make a bundle, make a deal to entice them to spend just a little bit more and to get more return for their investment in you and help grow them as a fan. It works in so many different ways, but finding bundles and offers works fantastic. And just the last one we want to share today is the best tip I can give you on whatever we're doing this. If you can give something that's open-ended, and what I mean by open-ended is that when you set a price, have that bare minimum. Bandcamp's really good about this, or again, using the FundMe, the fundraising or crowdfunding sites are great about saying, here's the bare minimum to get this. So if you want to buy the vinyl, here's the bare minimum, but leave it open. How much do you want to donate? They could give you more, 50 for the same product, 100 for the same product. They were going to donate anyways, but they're going to get this in return. Those kind of things. Leave them as open-ended. How much do you want to pay for the song? It's 99 cents, but you can pay whatever you want. Help us out. Make sure that if there's something that lets it be open-ended, take advantage of that. Make sure it's there, because you never know what people want to donate or what they're willing to do. But if you just say a flat rate of this track is 99 cents, that's what they'll pay, and they'll walk away. They want to support you. They'll try to find other ways, maybe if you're lucky, but at that moment, maybe you could have got more out of that interaction. And, you just don't want to short yourself on that. But that's 5 great, tips, ideas that you want to follow. Use those. And that's how you're going to generate more income in your career, be able to invest back into what you're doing and grow even larger and really get your fans to buy into you and help get this thing done. But those are what we got for today. I hope those really help out. If you have any questions or ideas or additional thoughts, throw them in the bottom. Or if you've had success with something else besides these, please share so that we can get it out to the community. But just never forget that selling music online is still a viable way to support yourself and grow your fan base. So take advantage of that. We've got some great content coming up really soon, especially if you like gear talk or some other great inspirational stuff. Give us a subscribe, give us a like. Really want to see you there. So we'll see you on the next one. Bye.